teachers can change lives with the right mix of chalk and challenges. I am Agnes Esther. It's a very special day for us at Tomorrowsmith because today we begin our yet another beautiful journey. Our podcast, where we will be bringing to you experience and stories of teachers and students who aspire to be teachers. So, welcome to the first episode of our podcast, Teachers of Tomorrowsmith. Today we have with us Shruti Sawhney, a 20-year-old student of Lady Shri Ram College for Women. Shruti shares so much passion for teaching, and we are so eager to know more from her.
Welcome, Shruti. How are you doing?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. Shruti, we're all here to talk about teaching, our love for teaching. So, before starting, I would like to know, there could be numerous reasons to choose this field. What was your motivation like to choose teaching?
Okay, so as I love to make people learn, I also love experiencing new ways of facilitating learning. I've had some teachers who I look up to as my absolute mentors, and their way of teaching has given me hope and motivation to choose this field and explore myself in it. Also, the respect that accompanies this profession is something I look forward to. And just as good as my teachers were, I want to be as good as them. So that was my motivation behind choosing this field.
That's amazing, Shruti. So, we know that a teacher influences the lives of students, so many students actually. So, as a student teacher, how are you preparing yourself to stand out as an effective teacher?
Okay, so I've had some experiences where teachers were violent towards their students, and they were they had students had a sense of fear around their teachers. I do not want to be such a
Mm-hmm.
teacher. I want to be a teacher who students respect, and that's why they obey her, not because they fear her or something like that. And it all lies in the aspect of being a mentor and not a dictator over what your students are doing and how they should be in a classroom. So it's all about being different than what you've seen, and you've not liked yourself.
Yeah. That's so beautiful when you said that I want to be a mentor more than being a dictator. Maybe that's what so many students have always wanted. That's amazing. So what are your aspirations for the coming years?
My aspirations for coming years, first of
Yes.
all, of course, completing my graduation, then hopefully doing
Mm-hmm.
masters in education only, and then getting a teaching job, or first getting some hands-on experience on teaching, and then going for
Mm-hmm.
masters and getting a specialization in any of the subjects, and then going forward with it. Because as much as I love tiny tots, I think they are a little difficult to handle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so exploring myself in this field. There could be a lot of things I can explore. So yeah, I'll just explore.
Mm-hmm. Yes, all the best to you for that.
Thank you.
Yes. So a teacher's job is full of challenges. And what are the few challenges you see in this, and how do you plan to manage these challenges?
Okay, so everyone says that teaching is a noble profession, but when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
the ground reality of teachers in our country, we lack a lot in terms of respect, paycheck, mistreatment by those in authority, and especially in private schools.
Mm-hmm.
We are paid for teaching, but we are not paid for shaping the young minds, and a lot that we do um, with teaching. There are a lot of things that a
Mm-hmm.
teacher does apart from teaching, and nobody takes that in consideration. And even in terms of respect, we are respected just because we teach. We are not respected because we are shaping young minds, and
Mm-hmm.
we are literally building them. So yeah, and there's a lot of exploitation on also in the teaching field, especially by private schools, as I've been to one and I've seen that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not a very well paying profession, and that's a very big challenge that I wish our country overcomes over time. And I believe that teaching extracts a lot out of you, but the returns and growth are slow and sometimes negligible. So that's something
Mm-hmm.
I'd want to avoid at all cost. I want to grow in whatever branch I go to, whatever I explore, I want to grow in that and not be stagnant at any point.
Mm-hmm. I think that was a very sensible answer, and you spoke for a lot of teachers and students who aspire to be teachers. We hope something changes in the near future. So we did talk a little bit about teaching. Now I'd like to know about learning. So what is one thing you wish you could learn more about before you start your teaching career? Have you discovered anything recently that excites you or that you make you feel like, oh, I have to learn this or I have to explore more on this?
Okay, so there are a lot of things that excite me when I'm studying BLED, and one of
Mm-hmm.
them is the approach of humanistic versus behavioristic in classrooms. What works
Mm-hmm.
best for children? And I don't think that we have enough research for that in Indian classroom aspect. So I would really love to do some case studies on that and go in deep depth of that topic. How how can we actually discipline a class or maintain a class's decorum, and what approach works the best? So that is something I would really like to learn before I step into teaching in real world. And there are a
Mm-hmm.
lot of topics that excite me, so I just cannot count them on my fingers right now.
See, I was absolutely enjoying the conversation we're having, and we're so happy to have you in our community. So, before ending this conversation, I would like to know how we, as Tomorrow Smith, has helped you in this journey.
Okay, so I've recently joined this organization and I had no idea about Tomorrowsmith, but since then, since I've joined, absolutely loved this organization. The people, the engagement, the atmosphere in all. And so far, everyone has been very warm to me. They've been upfront whenever I've needed an opinion or suggestion, and the idea on which Tomorrowsmith is established astonishes me because I had no idea we can create such organizations and associations through which we can help each other as a community of teachers and develop together. So I just love the idea of Tomorrowsmith and of all the teachers and students and interns and experienced people being together in one space and helping each other out. Yeah.
Great, lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shruti. We wish you all the good luck, and we look forward to seeing you interact more in our community.
Yes, and that was the end of our episode. And to all those who are listening, we hope you enjoyed the episode. And if you did, please leave a comment and share this episode with others who may be interested in this topic. See you in the next episode. Thank you.